Here's what's making news at midday. Another arrest is made in the Vision strip club shooting. What Madison police are saying about this update. No one is saying LOL about a new proposal in California that would require anyone who texts to pay for messaging. And a Madison brew pub is hoping to make history in the state by offering a beer made with CBD. When you can try this option today on News 3 at noon.
This is News 3 at noon.
Hello, everybody. Good to have you with us on this Thursday. Mark Kane will be back on Christmas Eve. It's Friday Eve for us today, and Chris Reese is here with a look at the forecast. It's a beautiful day today, and it's going to be a great weekend.
Yeah,
right?
Beautiful day. Had some fog and frost this morning. The frost was very thick. We call that hoar frost. It made for some beautiful pictures. I took some. Some people have sent me some, and that was fantastic. But now we are seeing the filtered sunshine out there, a little bit of cloud cover, but nonetheless the sun shining through it. The temperature 34 degrees right now. Winds out of the south at 5 miles per hour. 39. That's the temperature in Janesville. 35 for Monroe. 29 as you work your way over towards Viroqua. So there's a little bit of a temperature spread across the area, but for the most part, we are certainly seeing the milder air went out. Winds are coming out of the southeast. We can thank that for the milder air that's coming on into town, and we will continue to see those mild temperatures into the afternoon. I suspect highs around Madison will top out into the upper 30s to right around 40, give or take a degree or two. Now, overnight tonight, we will at least have to watch for the potential of a rain-snow mix, mainly south and east of Madison. It does not look like it will be a big deal at all, but certainly we'll keep a close eye on that, what we can expect for the rest of the weekend and into the week leading into Christmas.
Boy, we haven't had much snow. We might not have a white Christmas
We may
this year,
not.
huh?
We'll see.
Okay, all right. We'll check back in a little bit.
All
Thanks
right,
a lot,
sounds great.
Chris. Topping our news this noon, another man has been arrested in connection with a shooting at a Madison strip club. Madison police say 29-year-old Spencer Jackson of Madison was arrested today. Detectives believe Jackson produced a gun during a fight at Visions, but did not fire the weapon. Another Madison man, Cole Foster, is accused of shooting the gun inside the East Side Club. Foster's attorney says his client's actions were in self-defense and he did not fire every shot inside the club. 4 people were hurt during the shooting, and another person suffered a knife injury but did not require hospitalization. Police records show more than 50 911 calls have been made to Vision so far this year for issues like battery, theft, property damage, and disturbances. Governor Walker plans to offer Kimberly-Clark a deal worth $25 million to keep the plant open and to save nearly 400 jobs. The Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel reports the deal will be done using powers the governor currently has, but would be taken away under a bill Republicans passed in a lame duck session last week. Governor Walker has yet to take action on that bill. The governor would offer the incentive to Kimberly-Clark through the state's job creation agency and would not need the state legislature's approval. Wisconsin Governor-elect Tony Evers is spending the day in Washington, D.C. He's meeting with other incoming governors and plans to go to the White House. Evers is expected to meet with President Trump today. We'll have more on his time in D.C. coming up later this afternoon on Live at 4. A woman accused of being a spy for the Russian government to influence U.S. politics is getting her day in court. Maria Butina is expected to plead guilty to 1 count of conspiracy in federal court. According to court documents, the 30-year-old took steps to develop relationships with American politicians in order to advance the interests of Russia. Prosecutors say Butina landed on the FBI's radar after she tried making contact with conservative leaders and the NRA, but her criminal case is not connected to Robert Mueller's ongoing investigation. 3 people stranded in a West Virginia coal mine are recovering this noon in the hospital. Rescuers had been trying to reach them for 4 days and located them last night around 4,000 feet underground. Emergency workers say the percentages on their oxygen detection gauges neared deadly levels at points during the search.
Our rescuers, there's nothing like them. Right when they were gathering together, all of them came by me and hit me on the shoulder and said, "We're going to get them. We're going to find them." And they did.
A fourth person who emerged from the mine on Monday helped rescuers find the other three. One of the searchers believes the cost of the rescue mission could be as much as $1 million. Police say the group went into the mine to look for copper wiring and to steal it, so they could face criminal charges. A pilot is in serious condition after his jet crashed during military exercises in Hawaii. The plane dove into the ocean near Honolulu yesterday. The pilot was able to get out before the crash and was pulled from the water. The pilot was part of a military training exercise hosted by the Hawaii Air National Guard. The cause of the crash is still under investigation. 24 schools in Colorado, including Columbine High School, are on lockdown. Police say a suspicious person made threats at Columbine High School. So far, it is not clear what threat the suspicious person may or may not be posing. Some California residents are concerned about a new plan to put a fee on text messages. The amount of the surcharge is still up for discussion, but it would likely be billed as a flat fee rather than a charge per text. The money collected through the fee would go toward a program that offers phone service to low-income residents.
Having an open line of communication is really important for everybody, and that if it's something that wouldn't cost us much and would be helpful, then I wouldn't be against it.
Some consumer groups worry that the surcharge is basically a tax and say that should be proposed by elected officials, not state regulators. The wireless industry is also concerned, saying it will drive people to use free messaging services. The state's Public Utilities Commission will vote on the proposal next month. A meteor shower is expected to begin tonight. You can expect to see upwards of 120 meteors per hour if it's clear enough outside. This is happening because the Earth is passing through debris left behind by an asteroid. The best time for viewing is right around 2 a.m. Friday morning. Singer Neil Young is coming to Madison in January. He's performing at the Overture Center on the 24th, and he'll be in Milwaukee the day before. Monday has been declared Chris Cruzy Day in Wisconsin. Cruzy is competing in The Voice finale. He'll take the stage on Monday for his finale performance. The winner will be announced on Tuesday. Cruzy is from Barron, Wisconsin, and he has been sending messages of hope back to his community in the ongoing search for Jamie Kloss. The Great Dane will start offering its new brews with CBD in them tonight. CBD is one of the molecules found in marijuana, but unlike the other molecule, THC, it cannot get you high. At the Great Dane, customers will have the option of adding CBD to any of the Great Dane's winter cocktails. Those drinks will cost $2 more than the regular versions. The brew's launch party starts at 4:30 this afternoon. There's more ahead today at noon. When we come back, we'll see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
The corn pudding we're whipping up today is rumored to be quite similar to the one that President Eisenhower loved. If so, you know it has to be good. One of our favorite things we do here in the test kitchen is go through our emails to see which recipes you like best, as well as to see if there's any specific recipes that you'd like us to come up with. One that many of you have asked for is a corn pudding that'll go great with your Christmas ham or with any of your weeknight favorites. So here's a creamy one that we just came up with. All we do is combine a can of cream-style corn, a splash of milk, a can of whole kernel corn that we've drained, a little sugar, and a couple of beaten eggs. To bind this together, we toss in some butter crackers that we crushed, mixed with a bit of cornstarch. After this is mixed, we pour it into a casserole dish and top it off with more crushed crackers to give it crunch. Next, we'll pop it in the oven for 45 minutes or so until it sort of puffs up and the top gets all golden. This is one of those dishes that's so quick to throw together, you almost feel guilty when you start getting all the compliments. It's that good. So here's what I suggest. Go online and print out a copy of what we call golden corn pudding. This way, you'll have it right at your fingertips. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a creamy and comforting way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
Thank you, Howard. Coming up next at noon, sunny right now, but light or maybe freezing rain is expected in parts of southern Wisconsin tonight. Meteorologist Chris Reese has the forecast when News 3 at noon returns. It's a mixed bag on the stock market at midday. The Dow Jones Industrials are up 58 points, but the NASDAQ is off 33. So let's see what that means for dairy and commodity prices. Q106 Farm Director Pam Yankee is here. Hey, Pam.
Hey, Susie Q, good to see you. Happy holidays early, in case I forget to mention it later. It is kind of a happy holiday situation for a lot of farmers across the United States. Yesterday, the House finished up their vote on the Farm Bill. 2018 Farm Bill's done, on the way to the president's desk. First time since 2002 that we've been able to actually bring the legislation up and implement it before the current Farm Bill totally expires at the end of the calendar year. So amazing milestone. We're also talking today about another milestone. We kind of heard rumbles about it yesterday, but today the U.S. Department of Agriculture confirmed 1.13 million metric ton of U.S. soybeans that have been purchased by the Chinese government. This is the first sale that we've had to China since all the tariff and trade situations developed. Now, remember, there's still a 25% tariff in place. Corn, soybeans, wheat, and a lot of other agricultural goods. But today, like I said, the first time that we're seeing a 1.13 million metric ton sale of U.S. soybeans to China. Now, you say, wait a minute, Pam, soybeans are down on the midday. Yeah, no kidding. The sale, in many traders' opinions, too little, too late. This is just a very, very thin slice of what kind of business the United States used to have. Now, the big question is in the marketplace is China already gotten all their bean supplies covered by Brazil and Argentina? Is there any market share left out there? So although the market might have gotten excited about the trend earlier this week, when it comes to the actual numbers and the reality, you know how it goes. Buy the rumors, sell the fact, and that's what they're doing today. Dairy markets, by golly, are pretty robust, though. Barrel cheese up a penny and 3/4, 129.5. 40-pound block cheese up 4 3/4 to 139.5. Double A butter down a penny, 217.5 per pound in Chicago. Speaking of directions, Susie Q, today the Governor's Dairy Task Force 2.0 having another one of their meetings, hearing from all 9 of the subcommittees that have been working on the challenges that Wisconsin's dairy industry faces. They're up at the UW-Oshkosh campus. I'll be following up to see what they heard, what those subcommittees had to say, and maybe more importantly, they're going to get that task force wrapped up before Governor Walker exits office.
Oh, very good. Keep us posted on that.
Sounds good.
All right, we will see you tomorrow. Thanks, Pam.
Yep.
Let's head out now. Chris Reese is watching the weather today. Sunshine looks nice, but let's see what's in store for the rest of the day.
That's right, Susan. And that's been the bigger story of today, the fact that we will see some sunshine. It's been filtered, though. We had a little bit of fog, and we've got a little bit of some cloud cover out there right now, but the sun is shining through it. The temperatures are in the mid-30s already at 34 degrees. Winds coming out of the south at 5, 39 as you work your way down towards Rock County, Janesville, Beloit. You guys are certainly the warm spot right now. 36 in Monroe, 31 in Lone Rock, 32 in the Dells right now, but we're seeing temperatures that are warmer than they were at this time yesterday by 11 degrees for Janesville, 6 degrees warmer for us right now, 10 degrees warmer in Dubuque, Iowa, and I do believe that we are going to continue to see that warming trend as we go through time. Now, here's Weather Track. Here's what we've seen today. Not a lot of rain, no snow or anything like that. We did have the fog earlier, and now we've had a little wave of cloud cover moving in from the south and west. It's not all too thick right now, but I do think we will see the clouds thickening up as we go through the afternoon and evening. We will touch on that in just a second. You know what? Let's do that now. What we have going on is this region of low pressure that is starting to develop over Texas, and this region of low pressure is really cut off from the jet stream as a whole, so it's not going to move quickly across the country, but instead take on a mind of its own and just slowly kind of meander through the south and east. But today it's actually going to work to throw a little bit of moisture our way. That's why we'll see that cloud cover coming into the picture. We may see some showers try to develop, along with perhaps some light freezing rain or even some snow south and east of Madison overnight. The problem is this dome of high pressure is really going to keep that cut off, and so that's going to keep a lot of that moisture farther to our south and east. It won't necessarily get the chance to make it this far north, but again, that's very slow moving. This is into Saturday morning, and that region of low pressure still will be impacting places like Kentucky with a lot of rain. Let's take you hour by hour. 38 degrees this afternoon. The clouds come in. Again, there is that chance for some rain and snow, mainly south and east of Madison, though. And then we are going to be staying on the cloudy, cool, but dry side as we go through early tomorrow before the sunshine returns into Friday afternoon. Temperatures will be in the upper 30s then, and even into Saturday. Here we are Saturday at 10:30 with temperatures in the upper 30s. But we're going to keep those temperatures above average, folks. No real chances for any extended cold or snow in the near future, and the probability of a white Christmas is typically 60 to 75% around here, and well, that just doesn't look great. It's looking like we are certainly going to be above average for the next 8 to 14 days, along with being below average in terms of any kind of precipitation. Now, if there's any kind of hope, the pattern does look like it will trend colder as we get you towards the weekend before Christmas, and we do have a chance for snow the Saturday before Christmas. We'll see if that amounts to a white Christmas probability for us.
Boy, look at those temperatures. 40 degrees. That's going to feel very warm.
It's certainly going to feel like a heat wave, Susan.
It's that time of the year. All right, Chris, thank you so much. There's more to come today at noon. When we come back, Marissa DeGroot from the Dane County Humane Society is here with our Pet of the Week. We'll meet this sweet guinea pig when we come back. It's time for Potentially Yours here on News 3 at noon. Marissa DeGroot from the Dane County Humane Society is here. Hi, Marissa.
Hi.
Who did you bring today?
We have Dane County Humane Society's own little pint-sized hero, Scott Lang. So our little Ant-Man here.
Oh, see, Scott Lang, that's a great name, by the way, is a guinea pig, right? How old is he?
He is only 8 months old, so he's still a little young guy, and he's still going to be doing a little bit of growing, probably until he's about a year old.
Now, if you think about adopting a guinea pig, what are some of the things you need to know?
You know, they can be really fun critters and really family-friendly, and you want to make sure to have a good space, a little setup for them to run around and play, and just making sure they have a lot of that cuddle time and a nice balanced diet.
Now, what do they eat?
They're going to have a pellet mix, but you can also mix in a little bit of some fruits and veggies. You do have to be a little careful, though, with some of those sweeter ones because guinea pigs are very smart. And once they get a taste for those certain foods they like, they may stop eating the real healthy ones for them.
I'm trying to see if he'll eat this carrot, but he's not real interested in food, although he's pretty calm and, you know, very sweet.
Yep, and they will let you know exactly what they are thinking. They have a noise for when they're hungry, a noise for when they're a little annoyed, and a noise for when they're very, very happy.
And, oh yes, hear the little
Yep.
squeaks? I don't know if the microphone could pick that up. They come in all kinds of colors, don't they?
All types of colors and all types of kind of hairstyles, too. He's got this nice smooth hairstyle, but some of them have that kind of crazy colic look, or even long-haired guinea pigs.
Oh, and how long do they live?
You know, their lifespan can be anywhere between 4 to 8 years, so you're looking at a little buddy for a nice long time.
Yeah, so it's a commitment. You
It
have to
is.
remember that when
It
you're
really
thinking
is.
about adopting a guinea pig. Oh, he couldn't be cuter. How about our pet from last week, our kitten?
Oh, Gerald. Gerald did find a great home. We are so excited for him.
Oh, that's great. And before we run out of time, you want to... Oh, there's Gerald. Gerald did get adopted. That's great news. That's great news. And you want to talk quickly about winter day camps?
Yeah, if parents are still looking for someplace for their kids to hang out during that winter break, we still have a few spots left from January 2nd to the 4th for our day camps. Great opportunity for kids to have fun and learn a lot.
Oh yeah, my son did it. It's great. And you go to giveshelter.org for more information. If you're interested in adopting, what was his name again?
Scott Lang. Little Scotty here.
Scott Lang or any of the other animals at the Humane Society. Give them a call at 838-0413 or log on to giveshelter.org. Marissa, thanks so much. Thanks. And back over to Chris for a final look at the weather.
That's right. We're going to see a little bit more cloud cover increasing into the afternoon. There's a possibility of a wintry mix overnight tonight, Susan, but most of that will be well south and east of the Madison area. That could end early on Friday. Cloud cover coming to an end by Friday afternoon with temperatures in the upper 30s. 40 for Saturday. More sunshine going through Tuesday and Wednesday, even Thursday next week. A chance for snow the Saturday before Christmas. Hopefully that'll make things more festive.
Yeah, I hope so. Thank you, Chris. Have a great afternoon, everybody. See you back here for Live at 4.
Making plans that are weather dependent? Get an accurate 12-hour, even a 10-day forecast. Download the Channel 3000 First Alert Weather app and start planning.